Spacey Sims, and we are back with more Ayakashi Koigikyoku. And it's been a little while since I've played, because obviously, I go back and forth between games, record a part for one, record a part for the other. I meant like an entire path. So we're back to this funness. Oh God, anyway. So we are doing Yuki's route today, because he is the next in the list of the ones that we were supposed to go down to. And what the fuck did my TV just fucking do? Okay. Well, you're still seeing that. That's good. I'm not. My TV just decided it was like, oh, fuck you. We're gonna go and just turn off my thing. I don't know what the hell happened. You could at least see. Anyway. So yeah, we are going down Yuki's route. Let me just pull up my guide. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Yes, we do. This is gonna be fun. Oh, stuck in my things. After the rush hour, there weren't many people entering the offices. I held the paper that didn't fit into my bag and waited for the train. I hope it's going to be all right. The day after the concert, each Foxier member have individual jobs from until later in the afternoon or starting later in the afternoon, something like that. My first job is to attend to them. Yeah, I think Yuki's magazine interview would be good. Hey, he's really friendly, so you don't have to be that nervous. My cousin told me that, but I was really worried. I know he seems friendly, but I'm nervous anyway. I have to go and understand all the paper later that after. I have to go and understand all of these papers later this afternoon. I'm assuming, like, when she means that, it's like the paper she's holding is like job description things, manuals, things like that, whatever. I don't know. When I decided that, my phone rang. Again, we're going to get to the point. The first couple of chapters are going to be the worst, and then after that they get easier, and then they go bad again, and it's like, fuck. I don't know this number. I was wondering who it was, and I picked up my phone. I'm assuming it's Yuki, because he's the only one that would talk to us like this, because our cousin is with us. But anyway. Good morning, Spacey! Is this voice? It was a bright voice, like a little boy. And we're gonna... See, that's creepy too. But anyway. Mr. Yuki? Correct! You remembered me. I'm happy. Mr. Yuki... call me Yuki. It's not comfortable if you call me Mr. Yuki. It's also fucking weird. Then, Yuki, how did you get my number? I heard it from the manager. Oh, you didn't put your number on your contact list yet? Oh, you didn't put my number? I'm assuming that's what he meant. You didn't put my number on your contact list? Because we didn't know it was him. I'm sorry, I've heard from my cousin, but I haven't... I'm gonna sulk. I'm gonna be sulking. Aww. I don't think you would say you were sulking. You would just sulk. Audibly. Anyway. I'm sorry. I'm kidding. Hey, just put me on your contact list later. Sure. So is there anything I can do for you? Yeah, I forgot. Yuki was talking in a friendly way, was the same as yesterday. I was relieved with his friendliness. I heard that you're attending for the job. I'm assuming he means you're attending to me for my... You're attending the job with me. That's what he's trying to say. And do you have time up until then? Yes, apparently. Do you want to have lunch? Huh? With you, Yuki? This is not the voice I gave him. I don't know what's happening, but whatever it is, it's not. I mean with everyone. We need to have some communication. To have a lunch with Foxier members. To even think that, it makes me nervous. Spacey? Are you being shy? It's not me being shy, but... Nervous? Yes. You're so cute. Yuki's voice sounds really bright over the phone. I'm not cute. Are you nervous? It's just eating together. You're cute. Our manager. Yes? You're gonna be one of us, so you don't have to be as shy or nervous. Let's get to know each other by having a meal together. Then I'll come right away. Yep, we'll be in the apartment. You know the address, right? Yep. All the Foxier members are living in the same apartment that the company owns. If I get on the train from the station, it's close. But see, again, they say like they're living in the same apartment, but then it's like their room, but their room is like their own apartment. It's really weird. So it's like the same apartment building? I don't know. I don't really know the logistics of how this building is arranged because, like, yeah, they have their own rooms, but then it's like I'm in his kitchen and doing his. It's like that's an actual apartment, not a room in an apartment. You know what I mean? I don't know. I get it's like probably different in Japan than it is in the U.S., but I'm just saying that like I have 2 bedrooms in my apartment. If someone else lived here, it'd be like they have their bedroom, I have my room, but this would be one apartment. This whole building that I live in is not an apartment. It's an apartment building, but you know what I mean? Like I share a room in this apartment with 10 other people. No, I have my own physical apartment. So I don't know. Anyway, I'll be waiting in my room. Maybe this one. I rang the doorbell next to the door. Oh, she came! Hello. Come on in. The door opened energetically and Yuki came out with a smile. You have a nervous expression. Come on in. As Yuki said that, he grabbed my hand and dragged me into the room. Spacey's here! Yeah, see, especially because, like, they have their own little living, and it's like, his is all bright yellow. I do like the fact that they changed the backgrounds for each one of them. Although, I feel like, 2 of them were very similar. What Kosei's was, like, purpley, but I know we went into, but I would have thought, you would have thought, like, Kasumi's would have been, like, blue, but I feel like his was the same. I don't know, but this is definitely different. Anyway. I know, you're noisy. He raised his head as he said that. It was Kosei writing on the desk. Hello. Yeah, make yourself at home. He said that and went back to writing. He's not cold-hearted, but it's a very difficult atmosphere to go near him. What? Okay, anyway. Oh, Kosei. He noticed me looking, and Kosei raised his head again. What's wrong? Is there anything on my face? Aside from beautiful? No. No, nothing's there. But you normally wear eyeglasses? My eyesight's not good. What? Is it strange? Oh, and he looks so sad. No, it's handsome and I love it and it makes you sexier. No, it's refreshing for me. It was a very weird feeling to see everyone in their private clothing. I know they're at home, so it must be normal for them. It was the same as I imagined. It was the same as I imagined for Yuki and Kosei's clothing. Okay, I don't know anyway. Sure. I realized one of the big reasons why it feels different, and I raised my voice for a minute. What's up? You look different from usual, and it was your fox ears. Of course you won't wear ears at home. Yeah. Of course. Spacey, are you a natural airhead? Wow. I thought you were going to be the nice one. But obviously, yes, just a little bit. As Yuki said that, he started laughing. For a moment, Kosei and Yuki had a look. I love that. For a moment, Kosei and Yuki had a look at each other for a moment, but I didn't know anything about it still. Alright. Moving on. Spacey, you're fast. Well, I was actually standing outside your door because I'm kind of a stalker. What? Nothing. I mean, I wasn't, but... The person appearing next was Kasumi, who was carrying piles of paper. Hi, Kasumi. Is that paper for work? May I help you with anything? Nah, I'm okay. Thank you. It's funny because it's like you're showing up to their apartment, right? But, like, everybody's in whatever person's room and the room is decorated for... Okay, anyway. I'm okay. Thank you. As Kasumi smiled, I felt less nervous because of their friendly atmosphere. Hey, Kasumi! What's lunch? What's for lunch? What's our lunch? What is it? I don't know. Anyway, I can't read this. It's so hard because it's just kind of like slight gibberish. So then I try to make it better, but then I just make it worse. Oh my god, I can't. Anyway. Is it that time already? I don't have a hand to cook. Oh, I haven't had time to cook lunch yet. Yeah, I'm hungry. He smiled, but he looked a little bit troubled. Kasumi sighed silently. Kasumi, are you going to cook? We were going to borrow Yuki's room, so Kasumi offered himself. See? Okay. We're just barging in on Yuki, so... Yeah, see, it's not just his room, it's almost like his own apartment, but... Anyway. I see. He's like their mother. Hey, Yuki. What? If you're that hungry, why don't you cook lunch? Come on, go for groceries. Why me? It was you who wanted to eat a meal, so you should cook. It's more logical. All right. With an argument, Yuki wouldn't be able to win, so he nodded obediently. I'll go with you. Is that okay? Sure, I'm supposed to be your manager. Yay! And not only going for groceries, but you can also cook with me too. If it's okay with you. I'm not that good at cooking, though. Of course it's okay. I'm so happy to have Spacey's cooking. We'll leave now. Fine, just go. I'll see you later. Bye! See you later. I don't know why. I'm like, bye! See you later! Okay, bye! And like everyone has to say your goodbyes, and you're like, well, it's like polite, but it just feels weird when you're reading it in a Chomeke. You're just, I don't know. It was during lunch, so there were many people in the supermarket. Wow. Wait, it was during the lunchtime, so there were many people in the supermarket was. Yep. That's exactly what just happened. Okie dokie. Oh, the eggs are cheap today. Hey, you shouldn't talk loud. Adorable Yuki's appearance is catching people's eyes. There are many women looking at and young girls talking. What's up? You stand out a lot, Yuki. I was going to call him his name, but I stopped myself. Oh, you stand out a lot, Okay. Anyway. If I call his name, they might notice that he's Yuki from Boxier, or the fact that, well, okay, yeah, but that's not like it's an uncommon name. I mean, you're not saying you/Key. I mean, you know what I mean? It's alright. No one notices me. I feel like that's a load of bullshit, but, well, that's okay then. Because he's like, his hair is neon yellow. Okay, so I feel like people are going to notice you. Plus, you're being very, like, loud and boisterous. People are going to notice you. I feel like Kasumi is the only one that nobody would notice. Because he's just, like, blend in. He's just so quiet and shy and thing. But, like, Akito would probably, like, shove people out of his fucking way. And, like, Keisuke and Kosei are so fucking hot that, like, how would you not notice them walking in? You'd be like, hi, what? Hi, what? What was I doing here? I don't even know where I am anymore. Maybe that's just me, but anyway. What do you want to eat? What kind of food do the members like? Who do you know about? Who do I know about? We're supposed to answer Yuki. Okay. I mean, that I feel like was obvious. Oh, who do you want to know? It's like, who do you know about? I'm like, I know about all of you, but I don't know what food you like. Okay, he was asking, who do you want to know about? Makes more sense. Okay. I want to know yours. Mine? Yuki's eyes shined. Does that mean you're interested in me? As Yuki said that, he looked into my eyes. He clenches a little and looked up. With his lovely round eyes, my heart skipped a beat. It's not an interest, more like I was embarrassed somehow and I didn't know what to answer. Your face is red. The wrong kind of red. As Yuki saw me, he laughed with a tease. Sometimes I just have to read it the way it's written because that's just... Sometimes you can't correct it without stopping beforehand, but you start to read it. As Yuki saw me, he... like, laughed in a teasing manner, or he laughed teasingly, but I don't know. Like, even that sounds weird, but you know what they're saying, but it just comes out awkward no matter what way you try to say it. Anyway. I'm happy as long as you're interested in me. I really like spicy food. I really like really spicy food. That's actually what he said, and that does make sense, but, well. Wow, that's surprising. The others keep on saying I look like I have a sweet tooth. Yeah, you look like you have a sweet tooth. I'm assuming that's supposed to be sweet? I really hate sweet stuff. Oh, on the other hand, Kosei has the sweet tooth. Huh? That's surprising too. Right? And there are fans who understood an opposite too. What? There are fans who understood... Okay. Anyway, moving on. What about the other members? Like Keisuke? What do you think? I heard that he likes curry, but I don't really know Keisuke's favorites. Nobody fucking knows. Keisuke's like a goddamn ghost. Yeah, he's an unusual type. Oh, Keisuke and Akito weren't in the room earlier. Yeah, he probably went for a walk. Akito's probably going around with a motorbike. I see. A motorbike suits Akito. Right? Akito's easy to imagine. He likes Korean barbecue and junk food. He acts like he looks. Oh, I see. Oh, he likes this barbecue sauce. Amusingly, he was pointing at the sauce. We all have different favorites, so don't worry about it much. Really? But Kasumi has a weak body. His stomach isn't strong, so try not to give him something that's difficult to digest. Alright. Yuki, You're really kind, and also you care about the other members. When Yuki was talking about the others, he seemed like he was enjoying it. You really love your group. I was able to understand his feelings. I really love them. Well, if they weren't around, Yuki? For a moment, Yuki looked far away. In his pure smile, there was some sadness mixed in. What's wrong? No, nothing. No, that's right. We want to have rice omelet. The eggs were cheap. With Yuki's smile, he puts eggs inside the basket. It's like, how do you make a rice omelet? It's just like rice and eggs? Because it just seems like a weird combination, like eggs in my rice or rice in my eggs. But yet at the same time, you're like, oh, I like rice and I like eggs. I'm like, oh. When we got back to the apartment, Yuki and I started to make rice omelet. Yuki seems like he doesn't cook much. He had a hard time cracking an egg. Look, sometimes that shit's hard. Like, sometimes it cracks like a motherfucker, and sometimes you, like, crack it, and you're like, it's still stuck together, and then you're like, bah! And then... But it's never like it is on those infomercials where, like, you have trouble cracking an egg, where somebody's, like, trying to crack an egg, and it just explodes everywhere, and they somehow throw it on the ceiling. It's like, okay, that doesn't happen. You just... Sometimes it cracks nice, psh, perfect, and sometimes you have to, like, hit it a couple times to get it... You know what I mean? It's not that hard to crack a fucking egg, but... Every once in a while, you get a pesky egg. Just every once in a while. I squashed it again. It's okay. We're gonna stir it anyways. Yeah, Space, you're really skillful for this. I feel like I'm disturbing you. This is just your fucking way of getting out of cooking, isn't it? Oh, look, she'll cook for me. Bitch, I know you know how to crack a fucking egg. That's not true. Really? Yes. Okay, then I'll do my best. What should I do next? Then, can you stir the eggs, please? All right. Hey, what is it? I'm enjoying this right now. Yuki seems like he's going to start humming in a minute, stirring the eggs. It makes it more fun to watch him. Yuki, me too. I'm enjoying this a lot. And now we're romancing him. Chapter 1. I mean, I feel like he's going to be the easiest one to romance. Just because I'm pretty sure every fucking answer you give him is the right one. I'm just kidding. There's obviously, like, the quote-unquote normal ending and whatever, but... Thanks for waiting! Yuki and I placed the rice omelet that's been cooked. While we were cooking, they started to sit down at the table. Go ahead! When everyone was seated, we started eating. When I saw everyone having a meal together, I felt like I became their manager. How do you like it? It's a good flavor. I like it. Right? Yuki, you were just disturbing her, but it's good. I think that makes more sense. Yeah, it's not bad. I really like it. Hey, where'd they fucking show up from? Really? I'm glad. They weren't just saying it, and everyone seemed to like it. It was an acceptable level. That's strange, but okay. Yay! Spacey! Yuki had a huge smile on and made a peace sign. Oh, you guys seem to be friends already. Yeah, we are. Then Yuki grabbed my arm like a little kid, I'm assuming. But my heart is pounding. It's really weird. She's like, he sounds like a little boy. He grabbed my arm like a kid. He's like a child. And then yet your like heart is girl. So that's weird. Okay. That's why I don't like the lolly boys, because they do. You're like, he's adorable. Pats on the head. But I don't want to romance you because that's fucking creepy. Also, you're like 12. It's fucking creepy. I'm sure he's like our age, but like whatever. Let's have some rice omelet, shall we? Okay. As I was trying to forget about my heart pounding, I brought the rice omelet to my mouth. Okay. As I approached the door, I heard the sound of guitar music playing in a passionate voice. Is it going well? I used the spare key that I got from Takashi, and I opened the door quietly and entered the room. We don't have any shoots today, so all the members were working on songwriting. My cousin asked me to check how far they've worked, so I came. It sounds great. Yeah, it's coming along smoothly. Until earlier, Akito had been singing. He tapped Kosei's shoulder and nodded in agreement. How is it now? Akito is just trying the new song that Kosei's in charge of. Hey, were you listening? What do you think of the new song? Akito asked my opinion so suddenly with sharp eyes that I was caught off guard, and my voice wavered. I didn't hear much, but it seems really amazing. It's cool, but it's unique from your other songs. That's a boring comment. Akito said with a frowning face, but Akito looked like he thought the song wasn't too bad himself. Akito, you don't need to say something so harsh. Good, I get the gist of it. So can I start arranging the music based on this? Kosei received the music from Akito, so he started typing on the PC. Did Kosei compose the song? Yes, he did. Most of the Foxier songs were composed by Kosei and Yuki, and this time would be no different. Kosei's so talented and hot. What? Did I say that? This game would be so much better if the translation wasn't terrible, but... Kosei started typing on the PC as quickly as he could. He grew up learning classical music. He's got a solid basic musical understanding, and he's got good technique, so he's on a totally different level compared to most people. I know it was just they ran out of room, but it just sounds funny when you cut it there. He's like, compared to most people. Sounds so snarky. Stop saying unnecessary things. Why not? It's true, though. Your chatter's making it difficult for me to concentrate. Although Kosei was talking, he didn't stop moving his hands. It looked like everything was going well. I'm more worried about Yuki. What about Yuki? I didn't see Yuki, so it made me wonder. With that question, Kasumi flashed a smile. What happened to Yuki? Well, nothing really, but... He's composing in his bedroom. He might not be actually writing. Huh? Then what is he... He's waiting for inspiration to strike him. Inspiration to strike? Yuki's a musical genius, you know. A genius? Right, I remember my cousin mentioning that Yuki is a genius. You see, now I sort of understand. As we were talking, Yuki came into the room. Yuki's behavior is different. His expression was completely different from before. His airy atmosphere was gone and was replaced with a very standoffish expression. That actually, I wish they had made his sprite look like that, because he looks totally the same, but... Should I talk to him? What should I do? Ask him what's wrong. Don't talk to him. What happened to you, Yuki? Water. It was a surly voice, one I would never have expected to come from him. Okay, water, right. I rushed into the kitchen and took a bottle of water. Yuki grabbed it from me in silence and went back to his room. Is he really okay? Yeah, he's usually like that. It's not anything unusual. I see. I should trust their opinions, I guess. They've been working with him longer and know him better. I was very worried about Yuki, but as they had said this is normal, I'm gonna wait it out without disturbing him. That was awkward, but... From the thick curtains, there was light from the sunset coming in. I don't know how many hours have passed. I don't know what kind of soup it is, but there was a delicious smell coming from the kitchen. Kasumi had started to prepare dinner. Could you imagine this is your job? You're just sitting there while they're doing stuff and you're just hanging out, doing nothing. I don't know if that'd be boring or like what, but... You know what? I'll help you. I offered to help Kasumi, who was in the kitchen. Hey, we get to see the kitchen! Are you finding it difficult to just wait? Hey, you're concerned about Yuki, right? Yes, a little. While I was talking to Kasumi, Akito entered the kitchen. Is Yuki still... Yeah, we haven't heard a peep from his room yet. I see. Finally, done. When we heard Kosei's voice, Akito and I went back into the living room. I've finished my tasks for today. Kosei closed the PC after saying that. Did you finish all of it, Kosei? He literally just he finished his tasks for the day. All of it? No, I just wrote one line. That was my task for the day. I pace myself. I'm just following my schedule. I still have 2 other songs to work on. As Kosei said that, he was drinking tea with a satisfied look on his face. At that moment, the door violently opened and Yuki came out of the bedroom. Yuki threw an empty, I think it's supposed to be PET bottle into the bin, irritated. But it's like pet bottle, but you don't say it like it's a empty water bottle, but like, I don't know, it's weird. Anyway. Yuki, you should just stop for today. Kasumi entered the room with a concerned expression. Shut up! What did he just say? I couldn't catch him clearly, but I think Yuki said shut up. He's not... Yuki seems even more odd. His facial expression was even more pained than before. Yuki... Without even a glance back, Yuki went inside his room again. It's worse than usual. I'll go check on him. I found some courage and said, Stop it. You should leave him alone. But what are you gonna do? Just gonna be in the way. I understand that, but I'm sorry. My brother's also worried about Yuki. He's just taking it out on you. Yeah. And do you care about Yuki that much? Yes, I'm worried about him. Keisuke's eyes were going slightly lower. I followed his gaze and I realized that I was nervously touching the Magatama unconsciously. I see. You're a very kind girl. Why don't you go and check on him? Keisuke's like our fucking wingman over here. Except for the fact that when he told me to marry Akito instead of Kasumi. I mean, you know, except for that, but... Keisuke looked at my hand, grabbing onto the Magatama, and smiled softly. Tangle up on my shit. I went into Yuki's bedroom quietly. Yuki's sitting in front of the desk, but he's holding his head in his hands. He was staring off blankly for a while. Yuki, you should rest a little bit. As I said that, Yuki looked towards me. His facial expression was strained and his eyes were dark. Yuki? Yuki didn't answer at all. He was glaring sharply back at me in silence. Suddenly, Yuki stood up from the chair and came towards me. Huh? Yuki's hand reached out to me and touched my cheek. He's scary! He was just touching my cheek, softly, gently, but I was horrified. Horrified? It's more like you're like, I mean, you'd be freaked out, no doubt. Like, somebody was nice and cheerful, and then all of a sudden they have this dark, weird, and they just jump up, come at you, and then just touch your cheek. You're like, this is fucking awkwardly weird, but... My body drew back, and I closed my eyes. Yuki screamed a little. Huh? When I opened my eyes, Yuki's left hand was grabbing and stopping his right hand. The one that was touching me, oh my god, does he have a weird split-ass personality? That's weird. As if he was fighting against something. That's why he's a musical genius. He's got a weird split personality. Is he gonna be the crazy one? That's kind of fun. They never make the lolly boys the crazy ones. Yuki... When I looked into his face, our eyes met. That moment, the sharpness in Yuki's eyes vanished. I'm sorry, Yuki smiled weakly and collapsed on the floor. He became pained, his shoulders heaving heavily. Hey, what happened? I'm alright. After he got his breath back, he sighed deeply a couple of times. He's looking at me, but his eyes hold such a sadness inside them. Why are you making that face? Oh, well, You're surprised, right? Nod without saying anything. I nodded lightly. Right, I thought so. He murmured in a voice that I couldn't hear. I'm sorry you should stay alone. Oh. I'm sorry you should... Okay, anyway. You don't want to be with me anymore, do you? What are you talking about? I don't feel like that. Well, I was just surprised earlier. Really, I'm okay. Really? Yeah, don't look at me with that sad face and say I want to be alone. Sure, thanks, Yuki said with a wavering voice, as if he was going to start crying. I'm sorry about earlier. You were feeling stressed about the songwriting, right? Yeah, that's right. I don't know anything about composing, but... I cover Yuki's hand with mine, thinking that I wanted to support him. Spacey, how do you usually find inspiration? I'll wait with you. I pressed his hand with more strength to show the strength of my support. Why? Yuki looked surprisingly like he couldn't believe what I said. Okay, something like that. Why? How can you say these things? It's not like the song will just come to me. But for you it does, right, Yuki? Then I'll wait with you. I want to wait with you. 6 years later. I guess we're married now? I don't know. Like, you're the first one to say that. Yuki said as he smiled. Then, can I ask you a favor? Yuki asked, gazing up into my face. His expression was back to the usual innocent smile. If I can help, yeah. Yuki had a mischievous smile. That was the worst laugh ever. Then, can I hug you? As soon as he said that, he hugged me. I mean, you didn't wait for consent, so, I mean... I haven't even agreed yet! Yuki looks delicate, but there was strength in his arms that were hugging me. Inside, Yuki has the behavior of a young boy, but I can see his manliness. I can feel my heart pounding. Oh no, he's gonna notice. That moment... I know what! Yuki talked in a big voice suddenly. What? What do you know? As Yuki pulled me away, he rushed to the desk, or pulled away from me, I think. Did his inspiration finally strike? Yuki was writing down the music with a quick, frenzied expression. He doesn't even notice me anymore. My body still has the warmth of Yuki's body. My pounding heart doesn't seem like it's going to calm down anytime soon. But he's completely forgotten. That's a bit odd. As I reflected on that, I tried to slow my heart, and I went back to the living room to get some tea for Yuki. Like, how the fuck did you do it? I just touched him. Oh. I feel like his is shorter than the other ones because or maybe it's because I haven't ranted so much about it. Oh my god, this is the very beginning of chapter 1 was bad. This is still kind of iffy, but it's actually not as terrible, I feel like. It's not great, but it's not what the fuck every 5 minutes, so. Also, I do feel like the chapter's a little bit shorter. I don't know, anyway. As the sky started to turn orange, I felt a nice breeze and reported back to my cousin. Like, that's the weirdest fuck. I mean, it makes sense, but it's like, as the sky started to turn orange, I felt a nice breeze and I went back to my cousin. It's like 2 separate fucking full sentences you could have made out of that. Like, you could have made several sentences out of that. You know what I mean? Like, it's like a bunch of random thoughts. Like, girl, I'm going to need you to organize and simmer down. Hello? How you doing over there? I'm sorry to call you so late. We finished a bit earlier and they're changing right now. All right. Today was the photo shooting for Yuki and Kosei. It lasted longer than we expected, but we finished without having a big problem. You sound like you're getting used to the job. Yeah, a little bit. No, you're doing well. I can tell that Yuki really likes you. Yuki? Did he say anything? Not really, but I can tell from his behavior. Oh, really? When he says that instead of being happy, I get shy. I tried to avoid talking about it and cut the phone. I felt like someone was watching at my back. When I turned around, there was Yuki standing still in silence. Ah, you finished changing. But Yuki doesn't reply. Yuki? Yuki is looking at me silently. His eyes have a harsher light. It's the same eyes when he was touching my cheek while he was composing in his room. Gives me a chill. Yeah, he has got a fucking split personality. This is going to be interesting. Yuki? When I called Yuki, he startled and opened his eyes. I'm sorry. I was daydreaming. I see. It's a long day today. Thank you. Yep. Yuki was trying to avoid something and scratched his neck. Hey, Spacey. I have a favor to ask. What is it? I have somewhere that I want to go. Can you come with me? Sure. I don't have to work anymore today. Yay! What are you guys talking about? When Yuki jumped up like a kid, Kosei finished preparing and came out from the dressing room. Stop frolicking in the corridor. You're not a kid. Shut up! You made us wait anyway. It was the last one to finish, so it's normal to be late. That's true, but... They're arguing, but they look like they're enjoying it. They're the same age, but they look... They're the same age, but they look like They look like close brothers. Okay, so he's actually supposed to be, like, older than us, but that just seems, like, really weird, because, like, again, the lolly boy. It's always so weird. Spacey, I'm going back, but there's no more work, right? Yep, we're done for today. All right. Yuki, do you want to go for dinner? Sorry! Huh? I promised to go on a date with Spacey. A date? We're leaving with just the two of us, so a date. Right. The word date makes me pound my heart. That makes it sound like you do it on purpose. Made my heart pound. I peeked at Kosei's expression. I hope you won't take it wrong. Ugh. Kosei exaggerated by sighing big, but it wasn't at me, but at Yuki. Is it the usual place? Yeah! Alright, don't force much. Don't force much! I mean, I don't think that's the phrase that you want to use, because that sounds troubling. I know! Forcing what? Oh no, that's what he meant to say. Are we going to like an arcade or like a gym or something? I don't know. You know what I mean? Like I'm trying to think of a place where you can... Don't force yourself. Don't force too much. Force what? Like, oh, you're forcing yourself to push your limits at the gym. Okay. You know what I mean? Like, it's going to be something innocuous like that, but like, Jesus Christ, Kosei, phrasing. It's all right. Oh, let's go, Spacey. After Yuki said that, he grabbed my arm and went out of the studio, leaving a deeply troubled-faced Kosei. Kosei with a deeply troubled face. Oh, neat. Okay, so see? The place I was taken by Yuki was kendo, Japanese swordsmanship, all surprisingly. Since Yuki came to the hall, he's swaying the bamboo sword without taking any breaks. See? Don't push, don't force yourself. Okay. See, this is what I was talking about. You're like, you know it's something that is totally fine in that phrasing, but Jesus fucking Christ, Kose, watch what you're saying. We're going on a date. Well, don't force too much. Don't force what? 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 Should I be concerned? Should I call 911? What the fuck? Oh, that's it. It's written on the profile that he's a black belt holder. On his forehead, there's drops of sweat shining, but Yuki kept on swaying the bamboo sword. The way he does it is completely different from his usual, but I was gazing into him easily. I don't know. He's cool. I don't know how much time has passed. The bamboo sword that's been swaying has been stopped. Phew! Yuki sighed a little bit. He turned around and smiled. Was it boring? No, not really. I was actually gazing at you. That's such the weirdest thing to say. Really? I'm so happy. Yuki sat down next to me and plugging down an isotonic drink and plopped down? Like, you know what I mean? You plop down a drink, maybe? He was sweating a lot, but his breath isn't out. But he wasn't out of breath. Okay, wow. Do you come here often? Oh, Spacey, that's such a bad pickup line. So, you come here often? I wish she had asked it like that, but you know she didn't. That would be me. So, you come here often? A little wink. You're like, what? You're like, no, I mean, I just figured I was going to ask if you come here often, but it just sounded like such a cheesy-ass pickup line, I might as well, like, go with it and accentuate the awkwardness. This is why I have no friends. Anyway. Yeah, I come sometimes when I want to have a concentration of mind. Okay. Anyway. Concentration of mind? Yeah. When I'm swinging the bamboo sword, I feel like I can forget about all the small details, and I feel energized and refreshed. Isn't kendo good? Yeah, you look amazing. Right? Yuki tapped his hand. Spacey, do you want to try this? Huh? Me? Yeah, let's do this. It'll feel good. But I can't do sports. It's all right. I'll teach you. Then, just a little bit. That'd be kind of an interesting date. Be like, let's go do this. Okay. Sure. I guess. I feel like that, like swordsmanship shit, like fencing, anything like that would be kind of fun to do. You're like, I might suck at it, but if that's going to be the sport you're going to do, be way better. Let's go out and play like soccer. No, that involves running. Like, I don't run. But like this, okay, yeah. You know what I mean? I'm not running. You have to do like the footwork and everything, but it'd be like dancing. Like, let's take a ballroom dancing class. That'd be fun too. Like, there are certain activities like this that I guess would be considered like sporty things that would be more fun to do than like typical American sports. Like all of that shit. Anyway. It was true that I was interested in watching Yuki. I was inspired by Yuki and held the bamboo sword. Is it like this? Yep. You look cool. Really? Sure. And so this is how you grab. Yuki stayed next to me to teach me thoroughly, one by one. Good. And the right hand goes, Yuki's hand covered on top of my hand. Oh. We got a CG? How cute. She has derpy eyes, but they're cute in this context. And it's like you kind of almost wish it was any other one of the boys. She actually does look really cute. She kind of steals it from him, honestly. Like, my eyes go to her and like, look, she's like derpy cute, but like, I can handle, like, she's got giant fucking eyes. But they're supposed to be like, shocked. But they're done well. You know? But like, she steals the show from him, I guess, which is weird. Like, you're like, she looks so cute. And you're like, oh, he's fine, I guess. It's just because I'm not that interested in Yuki, so it's going to be really hard. Like, you know. But I wasn't interested in Kasumi really either, but he had some nice CGs, so. Anyway. And then, first one will be swaying for men. Swaying towards the head. Mean? Eh? Whatever. Anyway. Swaying towards the head. So you bring your sword up this way. Should we try it together? Yuki grabbed my hand with the bamboo sword from behind. Yuki, we're almost staying as if Yuki's hugging me from behind. I can clearly feel the warmth of Yuki's body heat from my back. What should I do? Nothing. I was trying to concentrate on the bamboo sword, but I couldn't stop thinking. I mean, can you imagine going on a date like this and the guy that you were interested in is like doing it? You're like, fuck, man, this is kind of like, props for this. It's kind of romantic in a weird sort of way. I didn't do any movement and my heart rate was going up. What's wrong? Oh, and then you turn and look and you're like, oh my god, you're so close. It makes it worse. When I asked Yuki, I could hear Yuki's voice very close to me. Huh? When I raised my face, I could almost touch, and we saw each other. Okay, that's phrased totally awkwardly for this beautiful moment. Yuki gazed at me. I slowly brought my face closer. Huh? Yuki... For a moment, I didn't know what Yuki was going to do. I brought my face closer. It sounds more like he brought his face. Anyway. But I realized that Yuki's arm was getting stronger. Is he going to kiss me? I mean, chapter 3 already ran. That moment, I swayed my bamboo sword reflexively. What? Oh no! The bamboo sword that I swayed was banging right into his forehead. Idiot! She's like, boop, boop. Well, her sword came up and whacked him in the forehead. When I was going to say sorry, there was a sound and my eyesight was dyed in yellow. What's this? Smoke? There was yellow smoke around, so I couldn't see anything. What's happening? Where's Yuki? Gradually, the yellow smoke was gone, and I could see Yuki passed out on the floor. Eh? The smoke is completely gone, and there was... Yuki? Oh, right. I was like, for a minute, I was like, that's right. She doesn't know that they're... I was like... I kind of forgot when I started this that she didn't know that they were actually foxes. And then, because like right when this thing happened and the smoke, and I was like, this would... Wait. And then it dawned on me like, oh, this is where she's going to get the reveal, because I remembered Kosei. I was like, Kosei is when she found out, but that was in his route. You know, when they were like walking through the park or whatever. It's been a while since I started this game. Like, okay, like it's been a while. It's Yuki for sure, but there's something that shouldn't be there. There was fox ears and a tail grown. Really? What's this? I couldn't believe what was happening in front of me. I collapsed onto the floor. Is this real? I tried reaching out, but I didn't have the courage to do it. Ugh. When I turned around, there was Keisuke standing there. Keisuke glanced and sighed deeply. He understood the situation immediately. Keisuke? Keisuke gave a glance at me. It's useless trying to hide, if he shows this. He murmured with a bitter smile. Hiding? What's it about? What's happening with Yuki? After I said that, I noticed my brain wasn't functioning well because of the surprise. Right, I used the bamboo stick! When I looked at Yuki's forehead, it was slightly red. I remembered the truth that I beat Yuki. He's just unconscious. You don't need to worry. Oh, good. You knocked him unconscious! Holy shit! Well, as you can see, he's... Well, we're not human. If I say fox, you'll understand. Mythological fox creatures. Fox? I couldn't believe it. I wanted to say that, but Yuki, who was lying on the floor in front of me, was evidence of what Keisuke had said. And now I can understand the words that they were saying when we met for the first time. But I can't be friends with a human. I can't believe that. That day, Akito said it clearly, and I grabbed the Magatama tightly. The Magatama that Akito told me to give to him. Is it related to this person? No. Foxes? Then Keisuke's eyes were going down, noticing that I was grabbing onto my Magatama. You're curious about that Magatama? Yeah. What's your relationship with the Magatama, basically? I want to ask you that back. You really don't know anything about it. I told you that day that it's been passed on to a girl in my family for generations as a family treasure. I don't know anything about it any more than that. Oh, I see. Keisuke nodded after he said that. He looked sad. In that Magatama, our ancestors have been sealed. One ancestor. Singular. Jesus. In this Magatama? So, ancestor meaning there's a fox in this Magatama? Okay, everything happened so suddenly that I couldn't understand well. I was just having this Magatama as a charm. Okay, whatever. I didn't know they had a secret like that. And the yin-yang master who sealed him was your ancestor. That's not... I could hardly believe what I heard. I've heard that my ancestor was a yin-yang master, but no one told me that she sealed a fox. I was stunned and gazed at my Magatama. I wish I knew what a yin-yang master was. Okay, I'm serious. Like, They give you everything else. They're like kendo and then like Japanese swordsmanship. They tell you these things, but they don't tell you what a yin-yang master is. Like, I'm supposed to know that shit? Just saying. I was stunned and gazed at my Magatama. In this small Magatama, it was hard to believe that my ancestors sealed a fox. Like, if they were like, we're at kendo training and a bamboo sword, you'd be able to figure it out. You know what I mean? You'd be like, okay, I got it. You could put the pieces together. But like a yin-yang master sealing a magical fox creature in a necklace, that doesn't help me because I'm pretty sure that that's not actually factually correct. You know, like, oh, so a yin-yang master is like fucking magical and they seal magical beings. Sure, okay, that doesn't make sense because that's not real. You know what I mean? Unless a yin-yang master is like fake. But I'm just saying, could you explain it to me? Because like, I don't know. It's like, we're supposed to just know. We know we're magical fox creatures. Okay, I get that. Like, my imagination could go there. You know? I mean, I don't know. Anyway. But it must be the truth. If that's the truth, I understand why Akito told me to give it to him. So your ancestors sealed. That's why you asked me to give it to you. Yeah. And to break the seal is the goal of our village. I was looking for that Magatama for a very long time. And to form a band was to look for forming a band was in order to look for this Magatama too. If we sing, it might react and we'd be able to find it. We made a song with a fragile wish in our voices. And then finally, we were able to meet you. Keisuke gazed at me sadly. From that gaze, I could understand how much this Magatama was important. Wow, we're getting to the terrible part of the translation again. I grabbed my Magatama again. I'm sorry. If it was that important, I should return this Magatama. If I heard this story, I felt like I'm not worthy to have this. It's not that easy. But Keisuke looked troubled. And do you remember the time when Akita was blown up? Or blown away? Blown out? None of those sound properly, but anyway. It's not able to break the seal with someone who you opened up to. It's not able to break the seal. I think you're only able to break the seal with someone you opened up to is what he's trying to say. Like, huh? And so if you open it up to one of us, we might be able to break the seal. Okay, you can't open it unless, yeah. I can't give it to Keisuke because I haven't opened up to Keisuke. Here you go. But until then, we won't be able to touch a single finger. Sadly speaking. Open up to others. Even if he said that, I don't know what to do. I want to support them. There's a lot of... Even if you say that, even if he said that, even if I say that, that happens a lot. I'm not sure it's just this game. I feel like it happens in a lot of fucking Otome games, and it's like... I don't know why, but I think that phrase is starting to drive me bonkers, like it used to drive me bonkers when my old manager would say due diligence. Oh, I hate that. I know it's like a corporate speak thing, but it's so annoying. Due diligence. I just don't know why. It doesn't bother me as much because it's like so deeply ingrained that I'm like, oh. But like, even if you say that, it's one of those things that you're like, I don't know why, but it makes me roll my eyes. Anyway. You don't have to think about it. Eventually the Magatama will guide you. As Keisuke said that, he peeked at Yuki, who was still passed out. Can I ask you something? Do you like Yuki? Huh? What does that mean? No, we're supposed to say I like him, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, okay. My guide closed down, sorry. Sure, I guess. I like him, of course. Right. Even if Yuki's not a human being, it won't change. Yes, I was surprised, but Yuki is still Yuki. He's not going to change, is he? I see. That word. I want Yuki to hear that. Keisuke said that and smiled a little. All right. He's not going to wake up anytime soon. Keisuke murmured, well, and picked up Yuki. When he's passed out, do his ears and tails pop out? In Yuki's case, it appears easily. When you surprised him, it appeared. He can't control the power well. Keisuke said with painful eyes. I didn't know why he had that expression. Also, another thing. Can you tell me, how did you know we were here? Did you ask Kosei? Don't know. I'm kind of their guardian. Keisuke laughed and avoided the question, but the side face that Keisuke looked at Yuki was very kind, so basically the side face he gave to Yuki was kind. Anyway, Keisuke. I began to feel warm and gazed at Keisuke and Yuki. She's like, so like you've got ears in it too? Like, his is going really fast. I don't feel like we've ever gotten to chapter 4 in the first part, but a small worry was spreading around in my mind. I thought it was just my imagination, so I thought I should just forget about it. But as the day goes by, my worries are getting bigger. Look at your expression. He called to me while I was lost in thought at my office desk. Kosei! Good morning! Today's... I just came to pick up the script. You're helping Yuki today? Yes, I was just waiting for him. Was I making a weird face? Yeah, it's not good to worry too much. It'll ruin your skin. I love you so much. Hey, don't say that! It's the truth. I know, but... As we were talking, my worries were still swirling in my mind. Kosei could easily see that I was worried about something. What happened? It's not really anything that happened. I was thinking whether it was good to talk to him or not, but maybe Kosei could tell me something, so I started to talk to him. Recently, Yuki's behavior is a bit odd. Yuki, who's usually has such an innocent smile, sometimes switches to cold, scary eyes or suddenly acts violent. It's been happening more recently. Is it related to his fox power? Keisuke told me Yuki can't control his power well. Thought maybe it was because of that. And why do you want to know about that? It has nothing to do with you. Don't say that. That's true. It does. I don't know what it is. Oh, it does. Oh. Interesting. I do! Because I'm Foxier's manager. I assume, like, it has nothing to do with you means it should be, it does. Not, I do! He's like, that makes no sense. It does! Because I'm Foxier's manager. You're an assistant manager, aren't you? Yeah. But for you all, Yuki is important to me. Is he really that important to you? Yes. As I said that, Kosei looked at me as if he couldn't believe what I said. You really feel that strongly. He looks sad. Are you sad because we don't love you? I love you. This is just for, we gotta do all the routes, but I still love you. And Keisuke a little bit. I'm gonna be curious about his route, but please, if you know what happened to Yuki, I want you to tell me. Kosei, do you know anything about it? Yeah, but I can't tell you the reason. Why? If you're really worried, I just recommend you not to be alone with him. Kosei. As Kosei said that, he left the office. I mean, you know I'm gonna end up being alone with him and something's gonna happen. Why won't Kosei tell me the truth? I was overcome with sadness, thinking that Kosei didn't trust me, and telling me not to be alone with him. And today we're doing Yuki's individual work, a promotional photo shoot. Of course, I'll be the one who's assisting him. What should I do? At the back of the office, there's my cousin on the phone. Even if I don't mention about the fox powers, should I talk to him about how Yuki's behaving? No. I stood up from the chair to talk to Takashi when I heard a bright voice echoing from the entrance door. I feel like I can understand Kosei not telling us. He's like, it's not my place to tell you. He's like, I can't tell you. It's not his place. That's, you know what I mean? Like, there is a point, like, say Yuki had a split personality. He's a violent, angry, abusive asshole. There is a point where you're like, you should. Your friend is going to date someone and be a violent, abusive prick. You should tell that person. I don't know why you're friends with this person, but, you know, hey, you know what? You probably shouldn't because they're a violent, abusive prick. Right? But, like, on the other hand, if it's like, you know, he's had trauma in his past or whatever, and he's got kind of like, you're like, it's kind of not my place to tell you about their trauma. You know what I mean? Like, you know, like your friend was emotionally or physically or mentally abused. It's not your place to tell everyone that meets them about their trauma. It's their job. Your job as a friend is to be like, you should probably tell this person about these deep-seated issues that you have to make them understand because, you know what I mean? Like, it's just like, but it's not your job to go to somebody else and be like, oh, by the way, let me tell you all about Susan's issues. It's not your fucking place. So, like, unless you're like, well, okay, no, it's not my place to tell you Susan's issues, but she's probably going to stab you because she's crazy, so maybe I should, you know what I mean? Like, there's a time and a place, and certain issues, it's just not your place to tell them. I worry in this case that it's like, you're telling me not to be alone with him. Is that because he's going to murder me? Because I think maybe you should tell me. But if it's like, I can't tell you about his trauma, totally get that, you know? Anyway. Anyway. Spacey! Good morning! Yuki came bouncing in with an energetic greeting. Good morning. Oh, what happened? You look worried. Yuki looked at me with big round eyes, like he was trying to read my concerns from the lines in my face. No, it's all right. I was thinking about talking with Takashi about something. All right. If there's no problem, let's go to the studio. We're gonna be late. Sure. It's the promotional photo shoot for a music magazine today, so we should be on time. I hurriedly threw the bags together in a rush. Oh, Yuki, looking good. Then let's have a bright smile. Okay. When Yuki stands in front of the camera, he shines even more. He's usually cheerful and adorable, but when it comes to his work, he's more glorious than anyone else around. Anyone would instantly fall in love with him. I don't think he's more glorious than Keisuke or Kosei, but I mean, sure, if you believe that. Cute. That's my Yuki. Yeah, adorable, but like... Good. Next one, let's make it so that someone wants to spoil you. Like this? Yuki looked upward and smiled cheekily toward the camera. Wow. Wow, that's it. The way Yuki glows with energy made my heart skip. The photographer is snapping photos quickly with joy. Good, good. Shall we take a short break? Okay, thank you. Yuki answered energetically. He also sounds like a 10-year-old, and that's my fault, so I could fix that. But anyway, since the shoot's going well, Yuki's in a good mood. I didn't need to worry about it. Spacey, let's get back to the dressing room. Sure. When we went back to the dressing room, Yuki stretched and dumped himself on the desk. I'm so tired. We have a little bit more, but let's do our best. It's okay. If I rest a little, I can do more. Do you want something to drink? Something fizzy. Okay. I took out the soda from the refrigerator and handed it to Yuki. Thank you! Yuki, what happened? Can I looked at Yuki's jacket when I passed the bottle to him. I knew it. The jacket button's gonna fall off. Oh, that's true. Should I call the stylist? It's okay. I can do it if it's something small like this. I brought a sewing kit in my bag just in case something like this happened. She's prepared. Oh, that's great, Spacey. You really think of everything. It had been Takashi's idea, actually. Oh, okay, Takashi's on the point. You never know what's going to happen on a job, so if you're going to be a manager, you should bring a sewing kit and an emergency kit with you. Takashi's fucking smart. I was following my cousin's advice faithfully. I'm going to fix it now. You can just keep it on. Hold still. All right. I was sitting next to Yuki and checked the button. I thought I should take out one and put it back, take it off and put it back on. Okay, that makes sense. It's hard to do this. It wasn't the sort of stuff that I'm used to doing, so I was taking longer. I was concentrating on my hands. So I didn't know that Yuki's expression had changed. Oh no, now he's angry, Yuki. Huh? Yuki grabbed my hand unexpectedly. If you'll move, you'll be, Oh, he's angry, Yuki. Oh yeah, no, he's got split personality. This is interesting. His grip on my wrist was forceful, and he pulled me to his chest. You really have a delicious smell, Yuki murmured with a low and ominous voice. Huh? What did he say? I was doubting my ears. Delicious? When I looked up, Yuki gazed at me as if he was aiming for his target. I hear ominous voices all around, and Yuki looks completely different. Is this his power? I felt a chill on my back. Even though he didn't grab my arm, I wasn't able to move because of the horror. Are you sure he's not a vampire? Because that's what it feels like. It's the same as that time. The day that he was composing for the album, the moment Yuki touched my cheek, I remember that fear. I see. That time was also because of his power. Okay, so he's some kind of weird fear power. I don't know. But this time, he was even more scary than the other time pales in comparison. Weird. If you're worried, I'd recommend you not to be alone with him. It's funny because you expect any of the other ones to be the angry, abusive ones, and yet that's Yuki. Interesting. It's an interesting twist that they gave him. It makes me more intrigued to go down his route, than being just the cute little lolly boy. He's the little lolly boy who's kind of a psychopath? Interesting twist. Yeah. I remembered Kosei's words, but I couldn't do anything. Yuki! The next moment, Yuki grabbed both my shoulders. He was really strong. Ow! Yuki looked at my neck and opened his mouth wide. This is vampirish. I saw something like a fang in his mouth, and the sight of it made my body tremble. What is he going to do? In that moment, there was a pain in my neck. Ouch! With Yuki's shaped fang, he bit my neck. No! Yuki! Stop! My voice wasn't reaching Yuki anymore. When Yuki pulled away from my neck, he looked at me. Then his face came closer to my face. No! Even then, I couldn't move. My neck was still hurting. Tears welled up in my eyes. Yuki! The tears rolled down my cheek. In that moment, Yuki's eyes were different. Yuki! When I screamed, Yuki reacted as if he was going to finally answer me. Yuki's eyes were open wide. He stepped back as if he was back to his normal self again. Yuki looked at my crying face, returning from the ominous atmosphere to his usual self again. His gaze stopped at my neck, and Yuki realized what he had done. I'm sorry. Yuki, I'm all right. I'm sorry! He screamed, and Yuki fled the dressing room as if he was running from a monster. I was stunned and left alone. I covered the painful wound on my neck with my hand, but even then, the part that I remember most isn't how he bit me. I couldn't get rid of the image of his face, the pain in his eyes. The end. I'm going to wrap this part up here, and we will continue down his route in the next part. We're in chapter 4, I think. I just can't. We've never gotten this far, I don't think, in part 1, but maybe his later chapters are longer or his route's just really short. I don't know. But anyway, it's interesting. Didn't expect this. So, well, could be fun. So, I will see you guys next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.